It's week 2 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Browns, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-time interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. Now left side on the swing pass. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, react.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jalen Phillips just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And bulldozing his way through. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That's the way to make it spin, baby. That's the way to make it spin.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield.
Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Gaskin again on second down. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 22. Here's Gaskin. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Come on, fellas.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Able to slither by and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Ahmed again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Dolphins! Hunter Long, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 11 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll run now with Gaskin. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Off the option, here's Gaskin.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Miami. That's the
17-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And down to the 36-yard line here. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
second down and 3. Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
This is Gaskin on the carry.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing, Mayfield.
And that will be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right, and he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Down right around the 25. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. Their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true because a lot of the time you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely give these guys something to cheer about.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mayfield on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We got this.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Gaskin. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. Jack Doyle from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Sanders on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cleveland offense making their way out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight.
Now Mayfield lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a handoff to the fullback Janovich. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice little juke. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, and it's the Saints who are out in front. The Saints were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. James Robinson. What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And that matchup all even in their battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the rushing numbers tell a different story. They really couldn't get a whole lot going on the ground. And the evidence? The numbers.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Taken in at the 22. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
It's complete to Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
And he's going to use his legs here.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go. Do it.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now Mayfield lost the football, and the Dolphins have got it. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run with Gaskin. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Myles Gaskin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It's like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Off the option, here's Gaskin. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 123 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he works free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. It's their quarterback with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down now, Felton. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Come on, baby.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 1st down, Mayfield.
That one caught by Felton.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
From the 44, Mayfield. That's going to be taken in by Felton.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 4.
Now Mayfield. It fights him off.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mayfield with it once more. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Mayfield looks to throw. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Browns on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mayfield to throw it.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Sets up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. Fighting to stay, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Akeem Hicks in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Mayfield.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield now. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
And Gaskin, I don't think he got there. No, they're going to mark him short.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
160 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Off the option, here's Gaskin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore